Hello, day one of the Motorhome and Caravan show, and I'm going to be talking about campervans. Now, all these campervans I'm going to be looking at today are all NCC approved, all really well built, all been through the various crash tests. So what sets them out from the other ones? And some people say, all the layouts are boring, they're all the same, pop top and a bed. Well, today we're going to look at something a little bit different. Let's get on and have a look. Here we go, what a place to start. You know I like green, and this certainly is green. This is a Hillside conversion, and this is the Birchover Classic. And what I like about this is the detail and the leather upholstery. Look at that, some beautiful stitching, and they've got the Hillside logo in the headrest. Nice units, and look at this floor. I do like the darker floor, and that is exactly something I like. And like I've said, it has got the all-important NCC approved badge on it. It's the first one, and it's not a bad start. Now look at that steering wheel and the front seats. These have got the extra bolstering, extra foam in the front seats, and I think it makes such a difference. Driven vans before with the standard seats, and then straight after driven with these sportier seats, and they do make a huge, huge difference. Look at that steering wheel. That is a nice upgrade to have. Shame it's only a 5-speed manual. It's certainly not one I'm going to be buying, but doesn't mean it's not one for you. There's a van out there for everybody. And another crazy colour. Not quite brand colour, but look at this one. This is a nice blue. Again, another Hillside conversion. Sticking with the blue theme. Is it blue? Is it green? Don't know. You tell me. And again, this one has got the leather upholstered with a nice stitching as well. Same conversion inside, different flooring on this one. Got the standard steering wheel on this one, but again, got the sporty seats. And it's another 5-speed manual. Not for me, but it might be one for you. This one, another Hillside one, and this is a different type of conversion. Again, it is NCC approved, but inside, look at that. It is completely different. It has got the 2 single seats, which both fold out into a bed. Don't tell me they're all the same, because they are not. This is different, and this one's even got the DSG gearbox, which is something which I would choose. It's got the bracket on the floor for the table, and then in the back, look at this. We've got a sink. And as I said the other day, you don't get toilets inside vans. This one has got a toilet. You can sit in the back, albeit in not that great a privacy, although this does slide across, so you can actually have a bit more privacy. So that is a different conversion. Again, it's the tailgate. Yes, it does have the pop top, but it is different to the other ones which you're seeing around. So it's certainly something to consider if you are thinking of changing the sort of layout which you want to go for, then this is potentially one which you could do. Now moving on, and this time to rolling homes, and I like this one from the outside, but before I say that, that is personal choice. I love these super metal alloy wheels on it, 20-inch alloy wheels. I love those wheels. Usual features outside, obviously it's got the awning rail and it's got the pop top. Now you might be able to see from here, can't quite get in at the second, there's somebody popping their head in it, but it's got a red leather interior. But that is not the main feature I want to point out. Let's have a look. If you like your home from home, look at that. It has got kitchen units, which you generally find inside your house. Something a bit different, isn't it? It's got the red leather rib bed and storage units as you find, but that is like a home kitchen. But the beauty of this is, look at that. It's got the Victron inverter. It is quality, really good. Like that clothing rail for hanging your stuff in. It isn't just that one with the home from home kitchen interior for your home kitchen. A few of their vans actually have it as well. As you can see, I don't want to pop my camera in because there are people in there, but this one has got it as well. Not all the vans are like that though. They do have some ones which you see more common, but I like that. It's something a bit different, as is this. This is another different style layout, a layout which does differ from that standard layout. It's got the kitchen at the back, and again, it's got the 2 single seats. And this one has got the DSG gearbox again. Sorry, I interrupt this video just to let you know that if you want to subscribe, I've got lots more videos coming from the show. Videos featuring toys and technology, awnings, bigger campervans, including crafters, and a best of the best. Plus, I've got a fire pit campervan conversation series, and soon I'll be featuring a video including this van, which has been slightly modified. And back to the NEC show, I also had a conversation with Van Shades, and I was talking about some of the products for the future, so do stick around for that video. Anyway, back to the video you was watching. Another one from Rolling Homes, and this doesn't have the lower splitter, it doesn't have the bigger alloy wheels, it's got standard wheels, it's in a standard colour, and it's got the scenic canvas, which I think is brilliant. And as I've just been saying about the home from home kitchen units, this one has got the more traditional, the normal traditional ones which you'd see in a camper van. Each to their own. But I like that timber door. Nice layout is that. What do you think of it? Like it? I like the fact it's DSG. Woohoo! Now, I'm sorry for including another Hillside if you're fed up with the Hillsides, but look at the colour. It's my favourite green. I do really like this colour, and those wheels are actually quite nice. Not a big fan of black wheels. This is more of a standard layout, but as you can see, this is the longer wheelbase, and it's got the same kind of stitching inside. And this one is a 6-speed manual. Yeah, very much the same as the other ones, but just thought I'd show it you because I love the colour. Is it my favourite? This time we're moving on to Bilbo's, and this is something different because look at that pop top. The pop top roof doesn't open from the front to the rear like the other ones do. This one opens at the side, like a lot of the original vans used to do on the T2s. Again, it's another NCC approved one. Rib bed, slightly different in the fact that this one's got the oven, some nice LED lights, and it's got a few little storage cupboards above, obviously within the correct height regulations, making sure that they are still compliant. With Webasto heater, 6-speed manual, and it's got a nice little table here. Something slightly different, all very similar, but they've got a nice little cushion there as well. Do you like that? Really, still telling me all the layouts are the same? No, another Bilbo's, another pop top on the side, and again, this one has got the different conversion, the 2 single seats in the rear. You do have options. Not all vans are the same. Again, another one here, a different one yet again. It's another Bilbo's. It's another one which has got the 2 singles, converting it into beds. It's got a microwave in the back. It's got the porta potty underneath. The table is stored at the back, just in front of the sink. And look at that design on the side. I do like that. See, they are all different. You don't have to have the typical layout. It can be different. So this is a product regular viewers of the channel are going to have seen before. This is the Bespoke conversions, and I've featured them before, like I said, so I'm not going to go into too much detail about this, but I am going to show you something a little bit different, because a few people have commented recently, it's dull, it's boring, why is it so bland? Well, you can do things to it, and look, this has got the full Leighton Vans kit on it. It's got the front bumper, which makes it look pretty mean. I do like that. It's got the much bigger 20-inch alloys. It's sitting on coilover suspension, and it's got the sidebar. So you can do things to it. It is NCC approved, because what's happened is the conversion has been done, and then after the conversion's been done, the body kit, the sidebar, and the wheels have been fitted. Because look, you can still see inside that it's still the bespoke conversion, which, as you know, I absolutely love. This one has got the leather upholstery with the stitching and the DSG gearbox, but still, despite the body kit and things, it's got the all-important NCC approval. The badge you need to look out for. So this one is different to the previous ones I've spoken about, and I absolutely love it. But more than that, there's actually something behind me, which I'm going to be talking about in a couple of days' time, and that is a crafter. They brought out a crafter, but that isn't going to be the only one I'm featuring, because there's a lot of them here, and there's a very good reason for it, which you'll come on to in a couple of days' time. Do stay tuned and do subscribe if you're not a follower of the channel at the moment. Something here which you might well be familiar with is the Westfalia Club Joker. Again, something a little bit different. The pop top comes up at the rear. I like the wheels on this. They are really, really nice wheels. This isn't the only van at this stand though, which has caught my attention. I'm going to come onto it in a moment. But this is the Club Joker. And the door opens on the driver's side of the vehicle, which I really quite like. The seat in the back is a double two-seated, so it's a different layout yet again to the other two single ones which we've seen before. The windows are different. Look at those. They are different to what you see on other vans. Coming around the back, you can see it is a completely different layout. You've got the kitchen, which is quite high up, but it's fine because you've got the headroom. Because the pop-top opens at the rear, the height is there, so you've actually got the full height to actually stand up on. It's a nice, practical layout. See, stop telling me transporters are boring, because they are not. The layouts are different. There's lots of different choice. But if you didn't want to choose a transporter, you could well choose something else. A Mercedes Jules van, and you can see the door is on that side. But you can also see there is a door on this side. It is a twin slider campervan, and that is something which I rather like we've seen in the California concepts, the multivan, the twin slider vehicle. This has got the twin seats in the back, it's got a table in the middle, and then you've got the kitchen in the back. And like the other one, the pop-top, because the height is at the back, you can stand up and use it adequately. You've got plenty of storage with the cupboards and things, and a toilet in the back. Lots of different options. Here we've got a bay leaf green at Westfalia, lovely. However, look, it hasn't got a door on the passenger side, which is the door which you need to exit if you're in the UK. This is the European side. It's going to suit some, but it's not going to suit others. But the California sells well, so it can't be a major problem. It's not all about Volkswagen though, is it? I mean, look at this. This is the Ford Monza from Swift, and it's built on the Ford Tourneo platform, which, as we're going to be seeing the Volkswagen and the Ford coming together. So it's interesting to see this conversion. Yeah, this is based on the current, or well, the outgoing Ford Transit or Ford Tourneo as it is, because it is built on the passenger platform. But this is a slightly different layout. This bed is slightly different to others which we've seen because it is on rails. Look at that, it does slide. This is a really nice conversion, and with it coming from Swift, who've been in this industry for many, many years, creating campervans and motorhomes and caravans. It's got some nice LED lighting, and look, it's parked up in such a scenic location. Lovely campsite with some trees and greenery behind. Partial leather seats with some nice inlays with some good stitching on there, which is good. I like the darker look. It does make it look smaller, but the way it's done, the gloss finish, makes it look quite nice, and it's got the LED on the awning rail. Look, you don't often see the LED awning rail lit up like that, which is really good, because if you're obviously outside with an awning, then that is going to light it up. Vehicle for you to be considering for your next purchase? Quite possibly. Or do you wait for the new one to be released? Nothing has been released as yet, other than the Nugget, which I'm not at the moment too taken by, but I will reserve judgment on that until I've actually seen it physically in the flesh, because these vehicles can look a lot different. Now we're here for Jerba Campervans, and this is a Scottish manufacturer. So we've not only got England with some of the other manufacturers, we've got Northern Ireland with the Bespoke, but now we've got Scotland. And again, this one's a little bit different. The pop-top opens at the rear, which suits, I think, this layout really, really well. Again, it has got the 2 singles. It's NCC approved. It's got the badge. And in the rear, it's got the kitchen, and you can stand up because you've got the pop-top. You've got a fridge. And in here, you've also got something for the future. And I say something for the future, and something else for the future in a future video is, what is the future? I'm going to be speaking to some converters about what does the future hold. So do look out for that. There's lots of different variety. There's lots of different things which you can actually choose. Loads of different options. You're not stuck to the same old. So before we look at one more vehicle, I did want to say that these campervans, they are very individualistic. Everybody's got personal choices, haven't they? Now, I've spoken about the ones which have got the big body kits and the ones which just look plain and dull as dishwater, some might say. But to others, that is their perfect vehicle because they don't want all those body kits and wheels. I've actually witnessed it exactly myself at the show where somebody's come over and they've said, I don't want all that on the van, when I was actually filming nearby. So it happens that people do have those preferences, and also a preference which people have is to choose the size of the vehicles. Now, there's actually a couple of converters here who normally have transporters on the stands, but they haven't because they can't get hold of the stock. And the ones who have got the stock is very limited and they've only got a few coming through. So I have spoken to them about the future and what they actually think the future looks like. So I'm going to be bringing that into a video for you soon. But this next van, I know a lot of you straight away are going to say it is far too expensive. But for others, this is a perfect vehicle. Let's have a look at it. So this is an eco wagon and it is the Expo Plus, and look at those wheels. Look at the body kit and the sidebars. This is a special van. It's got the 2-lay side awning and it's got a cracking pop top with a surfboard on it. This company is a Cornish company, so having a surfboard is exactly what you would expect. And this interior, look at that. It's got this lovely flooring and it's the California bed on the rails. It's got lovely cabinets, the hob and the sink, and this nice upholstery. It's got a lovely DSG gearbox, which obviously it's going to have. Now, look at this. This is something which you don't often find on a lot of vans. In fact, when I say you don't often find on a lot of vans, it is the first. No other van has got this. And what that is there, that is an inflator for your paddleboard. How cool is that? The first on the market, and I think it is something special. Now, this van is about £105,000, so it is a lot of money. But why is it so much? Well, for a start, it's got air suspension, self-leveling air suspension, which is about £7,000. That pop top is actually an electric pop top. It's got lots of additional items on it. Lithium batteries, 250 volt solar panel. Like I've said, it's got the inflator. It's no ordinary van. It comes with a lot of features. But if you want to know more about this van, I'm actually going to be seeing it a little bit closer up, diving into the detail of it, speaking to the converter, finding out where the value is in this van. It is lovely to look at. I do like that. Is it the best? Well, you tell me. So that is a pretty special vehicle. I really like that, but it is a lot of money. Is it worth that kind of money? Which of all these vans which I've had a look at do you think is the best for you? You tell me, let me know in the comments. And if you want to see the videos about the crafters, or maybe what campervan converters think about the future, then do subscribe and tune into those videos. Hope you've enjoyed watching. I hope to see you soon.